Westpac has followed the trend of our big banks, posting record profits with a $7 billion result. Australia's second biggest lender is the last of the big four to open its books. And SBS business reporter Ricardo Goncalves has been tracking the results. So Ricardo, just how rich are the big banks?
Anton, it has been a bumper reporting season for our banks with record numbers across the board. The Commonwealth posted the largest result back in August with a $7.8 billion cash profit. But combined, they've pulled in more than $27 billion in earnings. So, are those numbers justified? It's a touchy subject, record bank profits.
It's just putting more money in the fat fella's pockets, isn't it?
But that depends on who you speak to.
I'm a shareholder of 3 banks and excellent dividends, so I'm happy with banks.
Combined, Australia's big 4 banks increased their bottom line by 10% last financial year.
That's impressive in light of some of the challenges that the banks have faced, especially around credit growth.
Bad debts are down and business confidence is picking up. Westpac is the last of the big 4 banks to report, posting a record $7.1 billion profit, an increase of 8%. It's also lifted its final dividend by 5% to $1.74 per share and has dispersed excess capital by issuing a special dividend of 10 cents per share.
Why not give some of the customers a bit of extra, I think, with all the billions that they make?
We really are seeking to balance the requirements and the needs of all of our different stakeholders.
Shareholders seem to be getting the better hand.
If we have a look at $5,000 invested in a term deposit versus bank shares, over the last 1 year, that term deposit at 4% would be worth about $5,200. Over the last 1 year, if you had invested in the banks and reinvested dividends, your $5,000 would be worth $6,200.
NAB shares are the only one of the big 4 not to be trading at record highs.
The thing to remember is that term deposits don't go down, whereas shares often do.
Experts insist a stronger bank balance sheet is good for the economy and ultimately mortgages.
Banks need to be attractive to get investors to provide sufficient debt to be able to lend out to their customers at attractive rates.
Many of those rates are at or near record lows. House prices are up, new home sales are at a 27-month high, and building approvals for apartments are at record levels. So, what does this all mean for predictions of a housing bubble?
There is not a property bubble. We are seeing that the banks continue to have and maintain appropriate serviceability criteria that they apply on origination of loans, and that, in our view, is critical to maintain the quality of their lending portfolios.
The Reserve Bank Board meets tomorrow. Well, the market isn't expecting any change to the official cash rate, but we will know for sure right before the barriers open for Race 7 at Flemington for Melbourne Cup tomorrow.
Big day. Thanks, Ricardo.